All right, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a comprehensive, highly actionable breakdown of a complete self-improvement manifesto. We're taking some truly fascinating source data and turning it into a structured, step-by-step masterclass on optimizing your physical and mental presence. If you are ready to stop settling and step into the highest level of care you owe yourself, you are absolutely in the right place. Let's get into it. Okay, let's dive into this, because this quote right here is the ultimate cold splash of water reality check. The core premise of our source material is that every single daily action you take, or don't take, is physically manifesting on your body. Your consistency, your discipline, your routines, they are quite literally sculpting your appearance day by day. Here's the roadmap for our explainer. First, 1. The transformation mindset. Then, 2. Sculpting your face. Third, 3. Building the physique. Fourth, 4. Posture, presence, and style. And finally, 5. The transformation timeline. Section 1. The transformation mindset. Building the internal foundation. You see, the data clearly shows that physical changes are absolutely impossible without first adopting a true will-to-endure mentality. The source introduces this brilliant concept called angelic realism. It's this idea that transformation is an act of self-respect, not vanity. Every skipped routine, every late-night cheap dopamine binge on your phone, every night you neglect your habits, it's a tiny, literal injury to your future self. Weak discipline doesn't just hide in your mind, it eventually reveals itself right on your face and your gut. So how do you actually carve out your best self? I mean, we understand the philosophical mindset rules, right? But how do we translate that into hard, tactical data? Let's pivot from the mindset to the actual physical mechanics of this transformation. Section 2. Sculpting your face, skincare, grooming, and angles. Now, the most encouraging takeaway here is that limiting factors, like say facial fat or ungroomed brows, they are not permanent genetic horrors. No way, they are completely resolvable. Let's run through this beginner skincare master protocol because it is rapid and it works. Step 1. Cleanser, twice daily to wash away dirt and oil without stripping the skin. Step 2, moisturizer, to keep that skin barrier totally intact and hydrated. Step 3, sunscreen. This is an absolute non-negotiable, SPF 30 to 50 every single morning, yes, even in winter, to prevent aging and pigmentation. And step 4, lip care. Consistency with just these 4 basics prevents premature aging and clears up imperfections in mere weeks. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the massive contrast between the unoptimized source state and the disciplined target state. Just look at the difference. In the source state, soft daylight flattens the features, hair falls forward to around the face, and a relaxed neck blurs the jawline. But the target state? Totally different vibe. Dramatic directional lighting creates depth, textured hair styled upward lengthens the face, and a simple chin tuck pulls that neck tight, instantly revealing a sharp jawline. It's crazy how small adjustments create entirely different perceptions. And you know, we can totally engineer that target look through strategic grooming. Trimming those thick, stray eyebrow hairs every 1 to 2 weeks immediately sharpens your gaze. For hair, cutting the sides short with a fade or taper while keeping textured volume on the top mathematically balances your facial proportions. It literally pulls the visual weight upward, giving the illusion of a much more chiseled facial structure. It's a real game changer. Section 3. Building the physique, muscle, nutrition, and the V-taper. So building a solid physical base is basically the engine that drives this whole shebang. It powers both your visual attractiveness and your metabolic health. And the ultimate goal here? The V-taper. It's that classic, highly attractive physical silhouette characterized by broad shoulders, a wide back, and a narrow waist. The source material outlines that you get this specific shape by really prioritizing overhead presses for shoulder width, lat pull-downs for the back, and incline bench movements to build upper chest fullness. To really lock this in, the crucial metric is 10 to 15%. This is the ideal body fat percentage sweet spot for men seeking a highly defined look. When you hit this range, facial adipocity, that softness around the cheeks and chin, it just vanishes. The jawline sharpens dramatically, and abdominal definition finally appears. Going below 8% is incredibly hard to maintain, but 10 to 15%, that is your sustainable everyday target. Getting there requires a pretty precise nutrition system. For fat loss, you want to maintain a modest 200 to 400 daily calorie deficit. You'll need 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight to preserve the muscle you're building. Hydration is massive here. 3 to 4 liters of water daily plumps the skin and prevents that dull look. And importantly, limit your sodium. Excess salt causes immediate facial puffiness. A lean diet doesn't just fuel your V-taper, it quite literally acts as internal skincare.
Section 4. Posture, presence, and style. The external aura.
Because even the most perfect physique is completely wasted if it's hidden beneath a slouched posture and bad clothing. And this brilliantly illustrates the concept of a walking aura. It's about deliberate steps, a shoulder-width stance, swinging your arms naturally, and keeping 60 to 70% eye contact during conversations. Adopting this physical power stance, retracting your shoulders and tucking your chin, doesn't just look good. The research notes it chemically boosts your internal confidence. Your posture is your armor. When it comes to wrapping that posture in style, simplicity absolutely looks high-end. Your wardrobe essentials should rely on a masculine, neutral color palette. Think blacks, navies, olives. Above all, fit is king. Clothes have got to skim the body, avoiding any baggy extremes. Invest in slim, dark jeans. Stock up on plain, logoless crewneck tees. And keep some crisp Oxford shirts ready for layering. Dressing in these tonal, well-fitted basics is hands down the easiest way to multiply your perceived style. Section 5. The Transformation Timeline. Milestones of Consistent Optimization. Let's move to and see how this builds, setting some realistic expectations for your journey. At 2 weeks, you'll see initial water loss and maybe a skin purge if you started new products. By 1 month, your skin is noticeably clearer with a slight weight drop. At 3 months, the magic happens. Significant facial slimming and the V-taper emerges. By 6 months, you achieve a near-target chiseled shape. And at 1 year, peak transformation. You look like a whole new person, and these disciplines are permanently locked-in habits. If you want to start right now, here is your high ROI checklist, the Quick Win Daily Habits. Focus on body fat loss to define the jawline. Adjust your posture today for an immediate, totally free aesthetic upgrade. Overhaul your hairstyle for an instant afterfeel. And stick to your skincare consistency, because clear skin multiplies every single other effort you make. Start implementing these right away for a massive return on investment. I want to leave you with this final, incredibly empowering quote from the source's summary on Angelic Realism. Nobody is coming to save you. You are the power. This process is about deciding you just won't settle. It's about everyday courage. Transformation isn't vanity. It is a daily, compounding act of self-respect. So the question remains, look at the data, look at the timeline, look at the sheer potential of your own foundation. Will you continue settling for a neglected version of yourself, or are you ready to